Evaluation now goes mostly into the realm of research, right? Because what is evaluation? It is a comparison of what my project has achieved versus what I had planned to do. So what my project has achieved, one piece of it monitoring data will show. The other piece of it, the environment and the circumstance also is going to provide, right? For example, in Rajasthan, if organizations show huge increase in school enrollment, right? How much of it is truly the NGO's work? How much of it is the government's work? The government in Rajasthan, SSA has been implemented the best in Rajasthan. So how much of it is because the government is also providing a boost over there? Right? So to be able to figure out, we call it attribution in impact language. How much of that work is attributable, if there is a word like that, attributed to my work, right? And how much of it is because of the environment, right? It looks at what you set out to do, what you accomplished, and how you accomplished it, right? The how are the process indicators that we spoke about through monitoring. Now, evaluation, I can do an evaluation throughout the life of my project, right? Where I'm focusing on the process. At every bit I'm saying, okay, is this working or not working? At every part, at every milestone that I achieve, I'm evaluating the project. So I have a baseline, I have a midline, and then end line, right? So at every midline, I'm trying to figure out, am I achieving the impact that I set out to be, right? There the focus is really on the process. Or it can be right at the end of the project to say that, now I've completed it, now let me evaluate it and see whether I've really achieved the impact that I set out to achieve. So the difference between the first, so I read this, there's a beautiful website called organization called Civicus. You can all go through it. Civicus provides lots of tools for monitoring and evaluation.
Can you spell?
Right? CIVICS. Okay, it's like really tiny, but it's there. CIVICUS, Civicus. And they have a collection of monitoring and evaluation tools. So in that, in fact, there I said that, it's that, what they've said is that formative evaluation is like a checkup, and then a summative evaluation is like an autopsy. Abhi ho gaya, sab kuch khatam ho gaya, now let me find out patient kyun mar gaya. So it's like that, a little bit like that. So, and of course, you can do an evaluation yourself, internally, right? And you can do an external evaluation. Get an external, objective, unbiased evaluator, come and do it. Generally, external evaluations are funder driven. Funders ask for an external evaluation, they pay for an external evaluation. It is an expensive process because it means somebody external coming and spending 3 to 6 months with you, figuring out, really whether the indicators that you have are the indicators that work, or they frame their own indicators, they go out, collect the data, analyze it. Internal evaluation, we do it ourselves, right? Internal evaluation, we know exactly what needs to get evaluated. We can be honest about it. If the internal evaluation is to inform ourselves whether we've done the job that we set out to do or not, we're pretty honest about it. But we're also very quick to defend our own work. Yeah, but then it didn't happen because what to do, the corporator over there changed. Now that was not my fault, no? So we tend to do a little bit, cut ourselves a little bit of that slack, and we're not very objective. But otherwise, large external evaluations are pretty expensive. But there are some funders, the institutional funders, typically large funders, do insist on external evaluations to be done. Sorry. Sorry? So he is looking at it from the point of the pit latrine to the water pump. This guy is doing it from the water source to this. So it's different ways of looking at the same thing. That's what it's showing. So an external evaluator will look at the same thing very differently, and you will look at it very, very